Good morning everyone, Country Mouse here again, welcoming you back for another walk. Yesterday, and I should have posted that by now, I did a walk, filmed a walk from Gunby Hall across the estate to Bratoft village, a little hamlet about a mile or so away. En route I passed Bratoft Manor Moat and gardens, the remains of it, and that's where I'm starting from today. Two things about the walk if you saw it yesterday. One, I wasn't sure if I took the wrong direction. I did, in a sense. I used the public footpath route and the old disused railway line. Ended up where I wanted to be, but different route. And the second thing was I forgot my spare battery, so the route that I walked back, which is the National Trust route, I didn't actually get to film, but it's a very nice walk, so I'm going to do that today. So I've come back this morning, which is Saturday the 15th of August, 16 degrees, which is 60 Fahrenheit. Bit overcast again, but dry. Don't think it's quite as windy as yesterday. I was originally going to film underneath that tree over there to start with, to try and limit the noise, but it's got a hornet's nest in it, so I had second thoughts on that one. So today then I'm starting back I've come back to the moat, and I'm just going to walk around the edge of it, and the landworks here is where the house used to stand. Again, if you haven't seen it, this is the Joan de Bratoft and Thomas Massington home that was originally built, it does say on the board over there, I believe in the 1500s, 1600s, something like that, and was here until William Massington demolished it and built Gunby Hall. So we're just about 6-7 miles away from the coast of Skegness is the nearest town, and you can see a busy road in the distance. That's the 158 that takes you into Skegness. Those on a treadmill, as you can see, it's going to be another flat gradient, apart from going up and down to get out of the moat. On the outside of the moat, the landworks there you can see are the gardens, so the moat was just decorative. I apologise if you've seen the last video, because this is same information. So very decorative, but unfortunately there's nothing left of the building here or the gardens, just the earthworks. All this land belongs to the National Trust after the Massington family donated it to the National Trust in the 1960s. So I'm going to make my way into the moat. It's difficult to see on film, I notice when I look at these back, to see how deep these things were, but if I come down into it you can see it's quite substantial really, and if you were in a house above that you'd have quite a astounding view with the water. Red animals up about again. just make my way out. There is a land bridge there, which I presume was the entrance to the house, either a pathway, bridge, or some sort of stone feature way in. So So this little bit here, as well as the moat, I'm just going to swing round so you can see it. Again, we stopped to see yesterday. One beauty about walking routes, even if you can't do a round, which I prefer, is they often look different on the way back. So I tried to find out what these fields were. I mentioned yesterday they look like mustard. Round in Lincolnshire, early spring, we have a lot of what we call rapeseed, which is part of the mustard family. And I've asked around, and everybody seems to think it looks like rapeseed, but being August, it's a bit late in the season. Tends to bring with it high hay fever problems, so it's a wait and see. So if you do happen to know if that is rapeseed or a different part of the mustard family, and it's why it's growing in August and not early spring, please leave a comment. As always, I'm pleased to look at your comments. Interaction with the channel helps boost it. Also, please like, share and subscribe. It's very grateful of any interaction like that you give the channel. I'm not sure if I said at the beginning, my aim is to walk back and end up at the ice house pond back on the estate near the hall. Okay, so for those of you who walked with me on my last video, this is where we came down from yesterday when I walked, and then we turned down there towards the moat. This is the old disused railway, I believe from Boston to Grimsby, and was one of Beecham's cuts in the late 1950s, early 60s, so I was told yesterday. What we're going to do is we're going to follow now the National Trust path, which is the one I was hoping to walk down on yesterday, but the beauty of it is it's given me two different walks. So this field of corn, ground is very, very dry, almost solid. Dragonfly. Show you that gorgeous view. I'll just scan you the view. Magpies flying over there. Absolutely beautiful. Yesterday when I came, the sheep were all over this side, but they're in the distance today. But they were very well behaved. Very excited about something. They're all, I don't know whether you can see them over there running across the field. Very noisy as well. Some stunning old trees. Must have been here for hundreds of years, dotted around the edges. And in the centre, you hear the sounds of the harvest going on, but we can't see in the field over there. A busy time for the farmers. Sheep showing some interest in us approaching. We just had to get round the other side of this gate. They're gorgeous. And just where we want to get over, we've got a few ladies. Sorry ladies, I just need to get over this space. There you go, all yours again. Yesterday, when I walked back this way, checked this path out, this field was full of cattle, which apparently are Lincoln Reds. Now, I can't see them today, but they were blocking the path, so I had to do a bit of a detour. Oh, they're all over that side today. A good distance away, so hopefully won't disturb them. Show you the cattle quite happily with their breakfast by the look of it. Not bothered by me. So right ahead of us once again is St. Peter and St. Paul's Chapel. Although it sits on the Gunby estate, apparently it doesn't belong to the Gunby Estate National Trust. Gardens are once again open because I can see people. Not entirely sure about the history of the church, but hopefully if we film Gunby Hall at some point I'll be able to bring you up to date on that. Once again, just pan round. Absolutely beautiful. Views from here are gorgeous. I love all these old trees that have been here for hundreds of years. The stories they could tell. Such a blessing that they weren't all cut down in World War II when the RAF wanted to. can just see the edge of the estate gardens there, and the end of Gunby Hall as we walk away from it. So, as I said, built in 1700 by William Rothenberg, now owned by the National Trust. We're just going to walk through some of these beautiful old trees. Sorry if you're getting a close-up of a fly, but it seems to have taken an interest in the camera. It's lovely to see as well trees that have been left even though they're dead. Beautiful structures. And of course homes for insects and resting places for birds. So if you do come walking across Gunby Estate, sorry, excuse me, the public footpaths are clear for everyone to walk. Please keep your dog on the lead, as you've seen. There's a lot of cattle and sheep kept on these fields. It's also very uneven, so make sure you've got good footwear and you're physically able to climb over stiles. There's a few kissing gates, but most of it is stiles. Right, so so this is the ice pond, or the ice house pond I should say. Now it's believed that when Gunby Hall was built, a lot of the bricks for the hall were imported, because you can just still see Gunby Hall through the trees, were imported from Holland. But some of the bricks were made by digging out the land here, and this is where the pond comes from. So it was obviously kept and looked after. Nice pathway put round it. Beautiful pond and path. The lovely walk, which I discovered yesterday. You can hear the clock chiming. I believe the clock is actually on a building connected to the hall and not on the church. So I'm not sure if there's any fish or anything in here, but lovely to see what once was being used for industrial, so digging out for the bricks for the house, is now something gorgeous to look at. And obviously, even though they didn't know it then, their carbon footprint was dramatically short, apart from the bricks from Holland. But Even with the road noise in the background, it's amazingly peaceful here. Beautiful. Actually, there's a small gate area that you can climb over there, leads to a parking area where I parked yesterday, so this bit is actually new to me, so I thought I would make the most of it while we're here. There you can see the building ahead, which has the bell and the clock in it. Again, I'm unsure what part of the house it is, but so what I intend to do now is I'm going to take the walk through the woods rather than across the land I did yesterday. Get another chance to look at this beautiful pond. Looks like once upon a time that there were some ornate garden features here as well. Personally, I much prefer the fact that it's a little bit wild. A gully, obviously for drainage, but because everything's so dry at the minute, nothing in it. right next to this piece of wood is a road that circles the edge of the estate called Gunby Lane. That's where the noise is coming from. But it does have parking spots. So if you don't intend to go into the hall but want to enjoy the walking, there's a good place to park. Some things are starting to open up now, more than ever, so the hall may be open soon. Fully, not just the gardens. It's obviously that the gardens are open because I've seen quite a few people walking the gardens. Nice view of the hall from here in the distance over the parkland. So I've got a bit of land cornered off there, so I'm not sure if it's due to the tree being a problem or fence being a problem. I do know that they have had a problem at one of their rental cottages of Japanese knotweed. So whether they found some in there, I don't know. Okay, so here's the start of the walk. I'm just going to go up, point the camera over the farmland and the estate park. And I'll call it a day then. So thank you very much for joining me. Been lovely having you with me again. Once again, please like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and come join me again. Lovely to have you with me. Take care, and thank you.